WWE took a great first step in improving the division, the women's division, over on SmackDown by having Iyo Sky cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase at SummerSlam to become the brand new WWE Women's Champion. This after Bianca Belair outlasted Asuka and Charlotte Flair and outsmarted them both to once again become champion herself, even though it was just for a few seconds. Not only that, a year ago, pretty much exactly a year ago, Iyo Sky made her return to WWE along with Dakota Kai and Bayley as part of Damage Control, so that just alone was poetic justice. A year later, Iyo Sky is able to become Women's Champion. But what I'm talking about is the very near future. What's about to happen, what's about to go down in terms of storytelling and character development for the women's division in the coming months. Because Charlotte Flair, as far as I'm concerned, even though she was able to quote-unquote skip the line to get this triple threat championship match at SummerSlam, to get involved in the title picture itself, that can only happen so many times. So based on what transpired at the biggest party of the summer in Detroit, Charlotte Flair is completely out of the title picture, in my opinion. Who knows if that's going to be the case? Who knows what kind of stories they're going to be telling with Charlotte over the next few months? But for now, I feel like Iyo Sky is going to be concentrating her efforts on 3 women during her current Women's Championship reign. Number 1, former champion Bianca Belair. Again, the story that they've been telling with her, every single time she's getting more and more frustrated with WWE's development in terms of how title shots are given or earned or what situations she's placed in. Because Charlotte Flair skipped a line. Because she became champion at SummerSlam against all odds. And then, in her mind, I believe, she's going to say she got screwed and cheated out of the championship itself. And she will not stop chasing that title anytime soon. And eventually she will regain it. Not anytime soon, but down the line, she will regain it because the fact of the matter is, Iyo Sky will not make it to WrestleMania as Women's Champion. This is her first title reign. This is to try to establish her as part of the main event players in the women's division. But the end goal for WWE, as far as I'm concerned, and this is just my speculation, is that at WrestleMania 40, Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. Who goes in as champion? I don't know. But that's going to be the match that's worthy of headlining a WrestleMania main event. Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair. That's excellence, and you put that in WrestleMania. So again, Bianca Belair is not going anywhere as far as the title picture is concerned anytime soon. The second woman she has to deal with, Asuka. Let's not forget, Asuka still has a rematch because she lost the title. And even though she lost the title to Bianca Belair and then Belair lost it to Iyo Sky, again, this comes more into the story of, this plays more into the story of Bianca Belair keeps getting skipped out on rematches and keeps getting skipped out on championship opportunities. Asuka has a rematch. And Asuka versus Iyo Sky, not only will that match be a showstopper, a show stealer in itself on SmackDown or at Payback, doesn't matter where they put it, these two women will go and they will go hard, which I am completely excited for. But overall, Asuka, in WWE terms, deserves a rematch per contract. And finally, the third woman that Iyo Sky has to deal with in the very near future is, of course, her mentor. We've seen a little bit of tension develop between them, amongst them on Raw and now on SmackDown. Of course, I'm talking about Bayley. And even though they had the celebration at SummerSlam, Dakota Kai made a surprise appearance to celebrate the entire Damage Control right there. A pretty heartwarming moment for Iyo Sky, for Damage Control in itself. At the end of the day, Bayley is still heel. Her character, her ego, her story development on WWE TV will not allow her to play second fiddle to Iyo Sky. Even if Iyo Sky is Women's Champion, she is now the leader of the SmackDown Women's Division. very near in the future. I'm hoping maybe Bayley versus Iyo Sky or Bianca Belair versus Iyo Sky at Survivor Series. I think that that's going to be the big feud, the big money match in terms of the SmackDown Women's Division in the next coming months. It's just we have to wait to see when and how Bayley decides to stab Iyo Sky in the back. And for all we know, Bayley versus Iyo Sky down the line might not even be for the championship. Bayley might cost Iyo Sky the championship itself, and Damage Control will implode upon itself on its own, and the women's championship will be its own thing with Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair or many of the other women on the roster down the line, which again would benefit WWE greatly because the women on both rosters, Raw and SmackDown, need other stories. They need more opportunities to be showcased, and if you can diversify feuds, you can diversify rivalries, even better. But overall, they made the best move they could make for the SmackDown Women's Division at SummerSlam by having Iyo Sky become champion, cashing that Money in the Bank briefcase. And again, even though she will be a transitional champion for the time being, down the line, a year from now, a year and a half from now, she will be, hopefully, more established and a better bet to maybe one day main event or WrestleMania, main event of SummerSlam. And of course, I'm talking about main eventing. I'm talking about the women's division itself. But again, those are my thoughts on what transpired at SummerSlam between the triple threat match. Iyo Sky cashing in her briefcase. The triple threat match in itself, it started a little bit rocky. I'm not going to lie. I was having trouble getting into the match itself. And then I think by the time Bianca Belair hit that 450, that's really what got me invested into the match even more. The stadium itself, the crowd, the fans in the arena reacted a whole lot more. And then all the storytelling of Bianca Belair with one knee and against the odds, and her having that incident on the steps outside of the ring, that added even more to Bianca Belair ultimately winning the title and then having Iyo Sky cash in. So with that said, what do you think about Iyo Sky becoming women's champion? Do you think it was the right call, the right moment to have her cash in, or maybe you think they should have waited? Put your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. In the meantime, tune in later on tonight to Fox for another episode of SmackDown, where we'll hopefully get Jimmy Uso's explanation as to why he betrayed his brother Jay during the tribal combat. Not only that, we have another episode of Rampage on TNT. So again, Friday nights are meant for wrestling, and we can all enjoy that. So with that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.